Hello, Kate. I'm Mary Miller, nurse manager of the Cardiac Cath Lab here at Alliance Hospital. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
You're here today to interview for an entry-level position as an operational assistant.
That's correct.
And I see here that you've met with our hiring committee, reviewed the job description and the job role requirements.
That's also correct. And this is a current resume and my college diploma.
Very good. And I see that you're a recent graduate.
Yes, I recently graduated in the fall of 2014 from Monmouth College with a business administration degree.
And can you give me an example of an experience that you feel has prepared you for your role as an operational assistant?
Prior to my graduation in 2014 from Monmouth, I was able to have an internship with the Mitchell Cancer Institute in Mobile, Alabama.
And what was your role there?
I was a secretarial position while there at the MCI unit.
And what did that role entail?
That role entailed scheduling meetings between the patients and the providers, making sure that the patients had satisfaction when they were visiting MCI, and then overall satisfaction of the unit as well.
And how would you monitor patient satisfaction?
We would administer a survey at the end of every patient visit, and then based off of things like we would ask patient wait time, the satisfaction of their visit, satisfaction of the practitioners for the patient, we would then load that into an Excel file and do a data inquiry.
And what would you use this data for once you had it all?
Once we had it all organized and we looked at the standards that we found, we would then compare it to our required standards of the MCI unit to see if we were satisfactory in our meeting our goals.
And if you fell below your goal?
I would then meet with administration, and we would devise a care plan that would ensure that our patients had satisfactory treatment. This could range from having shorter wait times between patients, so that for the practitioners that were coming to visit the patients, they would have a longer wait time so that they could finish up their meetings with the previous patient and then also have time to get to the next patient.
I see. And how did the implementation of that type of a change turn out?
With the proper communication, it went really well, and then we, for the past 6 months when I was working there at my internship, I was able to see a rise in satisfaction with the patients.
Very good. Thank you for explaining your internship. I see here from your resume that while at Monmouth College, you were employed by the college?
Yes, for the 2 years that I was at Monmouth College, I was employed as a resident assistant.
And what is a resident assistant?
The resident assistant is basically the eyes and ears of the administration at Monmouth College so that they can talk and communicate with the residents that live within each building.
And what were some of your responsibilities as an RA?
I was to ensure resident safety and satisfaction at all times, and also to ensure overall health and well-being of the building.
Can you give me an example of a challenging interaction with a resident?
Some of the challenges that you face as a resident assistant is ensuring that students are productive but also happy while on campus. Many students become stressed due to the requirements of their classes or social pressures, and so really dealing with monitoring and maintaining a stress-free environment was important.
Okay. And how would you help to reduce stress for the students?
By being active in my hall and a visible source that students knew they could reach out to was also very important. By providing stress relieving activities like promoting the gym or intramural sports. And then finally, if needed, therapeutic services that were available on campus.
I see. Can you tell me about a specific time when you worked within a group to help make a positive change on campus?
While on campus, I was involved in a women's sorority known as Alpha Xi Delta, and that was my positive experience.
And what was your role in Alpha Xi Delta?
I was the academic vice president for 3 semesters for the Alpha Xi Delta chapter.
And what did that role require?
The role required making sure and maintaining that we had a high standard for the GPA and our academic excellence on campus, and to improve our academic standings.
And what were some of the changes that you implemented to achieve that?
When I was elected into office, our chapter decided to change and to accomplish a goal of being not only the highest female GPA for Greek life, but all of Greek life to have the highest semester GPA.
And what are some of the changes you implemented?
We implemented changes such as raising our study requirements for study hours based off of individual GPAs. We also organized community events known as study jams, where sisters were able to get together in different locales, such as the library, the new science building, or even our home, so that we were able to have a positive study environment for all sisters available. And then finally, we would also have a more stringent entry-level GPA requirement.
I see. And how were those changes received by the sorority sisters?
Initially, it was met with hesitancy because it's obviously a change that they're not accustomed to.
Mm-hmm.
So initially, it was very hesitant of the sisters.
And how did you deal with that hesitancy?
I found that the best way to deal with that was good lines of communication with each sister, personally meeting with them to express that these goals were set by our chapter and that we cannot, as a chapter, let one or two people not accomplish those goals. We need to work together as a team to fully accomplish them.
I see. All of these opportunities seem like areas for growth and learning that you experienced. Can you tell me about why you want to work here at Alliance?
I think that Alliance has a lot to offer me. It's also going through a period of growth and transition, and I believe that with my future career plans in business administration and where I would like to see myself in the next 5 to 6 projected years, I think Alliance has a lot to offer me, and I have a lot to offer it.
And can you tell me how you feel you would fit into our team?
I believe that I'm able to work well in a group setting, but I'm also able to be a leader if that group needs. And I believe that my previous managerial and secretarial roles that I've held through Monmouth College and the internships that I've had would help me to secure this position.
I see. And you said you have plans for the next 5 to 6 years of your career. Can you tell me what some of those goals might be?
So I would be initially going in as the operational administration, but I'd like to rise in the levels of managerial roles and really come into my own for my career path.
I see. Kate, is there anything you'd like to add about yourself or your qualifications?
I just want you guys to realize that, yes, I am a recent college graduate, but I do believe that my college experiences and the internships that I've had have really established a good baseline for me to accomplish a career in a more professional setting.
Okay. And lastly, I will tell you that we hope to have a decision within the next week. We will be contacting you regarding our decision, and I'd like to thank you for coming in. This is my business card. If you have any questions, you can contact me at these numbers. And again, I appreciate your time today, Kate.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.